successful goat farming is directly proportional to successful kid management. Now, you need to understand that in order to be successful at goat rearing, you have to manage your kids. Now, a part of managing your kids and a big problem is deworming. Now, deworming is one of the most important factors in being a successful goat farmer. Here on CAPRICORNIAH farm, we practice to deworm our kids at a very early age. Now, this is because the kids start eating grass at approximately 5 days old, and from 5 days old they are on the pastures. So by the time they are at a month old or 4 weeks old, they would have ingested some of these parasites. And what you need to understand is that even though your animals are new, they have not developed any resistance to these parasites. And so that is why it is very important for you to start deworming your kids very early. Now, the first 3 months of deworming will determine how well your goat is set off and their ability to develop a resistance to the parasites. Now, what we do here is that we practice using Levox. Now, Levox is a pretty good worm medicine despite what the critics say. I know many persons do not believe in it because they say it doesn't work. But it's because it's been on the market for such a long time and the worms have developed a resistance to it. That is why it seems to not work. But it works magic on kids. Now, this is because these kids have not had any worm medicine since they were born. They are new. In Levox, the active ingredient, which is levomazole, you can buy this at any farm store. Most farm stores have Levox. Now, we give them at a rate of 5 ml. We don't really follow the instructions on the bottle, but it's good to follow the instructions on the bottle. But here at CAPRICORNIAH Farms, we have developed over the years of experience, we have developed our own formulas in dealing with worms. Now, these kids, we give them 5 milliliters, at least 5 milliliters to 7. We do not exceed 10. Alright? And so we give them 10 days apart to eradicate the worms.
This is evidence of the worms that the Levox have caused the goat to expel. These are the roundworms. These are dead. These are dead. So as you can see, the Levox was effective, and we will give it to them 10 days after this to give the kids a good boost. Now, when the kids reach maturity at probably 5-6 months, when they start going up in that age, they will start developing a resistance to these parasites, and so it won't be much of a problem.
Now, these are examples. This kid right here is an example of a kid that has been touched by these nasty looking worms. Now, this kid was dewormed 3 days ago, so he's moving a bit better, but as you can see, he's not looking very bright. And so this is an example. If you have a goat looking like this, look at the back part. You see it's kind of arched in. you realize that this goat is kind of sick. Another sign of this is slow movement. Now as you can see, this skid also is arched. Look at the hind right here, the back section right here, it's kind of arched. It's not having a firm straight look. Alright, this skid is not very reactive. You can see it's not very active. She's not very active. That is as a result of the worms. Alright, now she was given worm medicine because she was what alerted me. When we see a goat that looks a particular way, we check the records and we realize that okay, these skids have not been dewormed, and so this skid was the alert. So this skid alerted me to realize that I needed to do the deworming. Now as you can see, she has been severely impacted by the worms. Alright, so she's not gonna die, but she has lost her heartiness, her bounce. Alright, so if you have a kid looking like this, then you know it's as a result of worms. We have isolated these two animals. They have been impacted by the worms, and as you can see, they are both chewing their cuds. They are eating fine. However, the worms have infested their bodies, so it's robbing them of their nutrients. So we isolate them and treat them. When they are back in good health, we put them back on the herd. Additionally, in isolating them, we get to monitor everything about them. So we investigate their stool, their movement, everything about them. We have them under observation, and this helps us to know how well they are doing.